welcome back to my channel. Hey you guys, my name is Armani, and that's all you need to know. So today, ladies and gentlemen, is a story time. I'm going to tell you guys about the time I worked at Saks off Fifth Avenue. So let's jump right into the story. I was looking for a job over the summer, I believe. It was the summer, yes. I was looking for a job over the summer, right? I was all on Indeed, looking for jobs, everything. I found a application for Saks off Fifth Avenue. Let me tell you a key to easily getting jobs off Indeed. You need to apply to the jobs that were posted like that day. When I applied to it, I didn't even notice that it was posted an hour ago when I applied to it. And as soon as I applied, 30 minutes later, I'm getting a call for an interview. I was the first person on the list to even apply for the job. Keep pointing out there, apply for jobs that you see listed that day, an hour before, 2 hours before, even 30 minutes before. They just posted that job. So more than likely, you'll be the first person they see on the list and you'll probably get a call back. So I got called in, did my whole interview process, got the job right after the interview. Legend. They emailed me about getting like all the documents and signing all this stuff, all this paperwork, blah, blah, blah. Cool. So on my first day, I had these gray pants on and a black shirt. And my idiotic, I don't know what was going through my mind, but I wore dress shoes. I wanted to look professional. I wanted to look nice. I wanted to look, you know, like classy, giving Saks off Fifth Avenue. Not Saks on Fifth Avenue, Saks off Fifth Avenue. So, my first day is here. I come in dressed kinda like the uniform, and look at everybody else. They're all still in jeans, colorful shirts, jackets, and whatever, and hoodies and whatever they want to wear. Not to mention, this job was temporary. It wasn't like a permanent position. Like, they hired us all for temporary, and then they were gonna let us go after the job was done. We're doing inventory. So they emailed all of us asking us, you know, who's available to come in earlier to go ahead and start inventory. Some people were available. I said no. I said I'm gonna start when my start date starts, no shade. Some people already had started doing inventory way before I got there. And my first day comes, so the people that were already doing inventory, they just put them back in the stock room to keep doing what they were doing from before. So my assignment was, I was the only one, my assignment was clearance. I had to do markdowns. The things I had to do, I had to do a lot with that clearance section. Oh my god. I encourage everybody to at least have one job in retail to really get a feel for what you have to go through as a retail associate or retail sales or whatever you want to call it. You will have a newfound respect for people in that profession. So, I had to do markdown. I had to scan each and every clothing item on the racks, both sides. So like, I can't even give you a visual, but it's just like, this whole wall right here is full of clothes. And this whole back wall is also full of clothes, and it's all clearance. Not only that, I had to pick up all the clothes off of the floor. Baby, there was so much product that was buried deep behind the clothes on the floor. Oh my gosh. I had to put everything also in the correct order. All the tops, all the like shirts and stuff are at the top. They're organized by size. So small, medium, large, da da da. If I saw something that was a large in smalls, take it out, put it over by the larges, and small, same vice versa. The pants were color coded, so that means I had to organize them by color. So I had like the khakis, the grays, the blacks, the blues, the oranges, whatever. It had to be over 300 plus items there. Like in clearance alone, it had to be over 300 plus. Like this whole top row was full, the middle row was full, the end row was full, and like it was giving like, you know how you have those racks where you really gotta push all of the other stuff out the way just to see like other stuff, and then even when you do push it all out the way, it's still in that space where you can't really see, you gotta be like, and then look at it like that. That's how the clothes were in clearance. They were like literally bunched together, like so many clothes were stuffed into that little ass section. So So clothes everywhere, everywhere. My shift was from 8:30 until 7. I worked on that whole entire day. I worked on that whole entire day. After my lunch break, I went back to doing the clearance, but they assigned someone to help me out with it so we can get it done quicker. So I'm like, all right, cool. But no shade, the girl that they assigned to help me with everything start messing up my system. Like the system that I had, she was fucking it up, and I was so irritated. She just kept talking to me. She was nice, but she was awkward, like real awkward. I'm like, girl, shut up. Stop talking to me. No shade. Stop talking to me. Leave me alone. You're also messing up my system. So I need you to like fake like you're doing something so I can really do it by myself. Because no shade, go away. That was my first day. My feet were killing me. Don't ever wear dress shoes to a retail job. Well, I mean, some people have to, but if you're just giving sales associate, baby, you don't need you don't need no dress shoes on. That was the wrong move to make for me. The most irritating, gut-wrenching, grinding my gears type of, the most irritating thing about doing that whole entire clearance section is that the next day, that shit was everywhere again. It was everywhere, all over the place. Clothes on the floor. This not in the larges. That not color-coded. This and that. Like, everything was messed up. The customers came through and ravaged everything that I worked so hardly to put together. That's why I say everyone needs to work retail at least once in their life to really understand what the people have to go through when you pick something up, look at it, and put it wherever you want to put it. That's draining. I spent my whole entire day working on that clearance section, making it nice and pretty and shiny, and y'all messed it up as soon as I came back at 8:30 the next morning. Luckily, I had to do it again, because I wasn't going to, no shade. Okay, I was, because I wanted the coin, but you get my point. So one day I came into work, I had another 8:30 shift. Me and a couple other people came in for 8:30 shifts. But the manager, who was supposed to be opening the store, was late. So we were all sitting outside at 8:30, and the manager was late. So we didn't end up getting in there until about maybe like 8:45-ish, 8:50-ish, close to. And we have to clock in on a system. Doop, 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 put my little store code thing in and my name and everything else, whatever. I had to clock in. So my clock in was late because of the manager that opened the store late. That's gonna play a major part in what like happens at the end of this story. So we go through that day, everything's fine, cool, dandy, great. We stopped doing the 8:30 shifts and started doing the late night shifts once we really got into inventory. So after the store closed, 2 hours before the store closed, we would come in, do a little like sweep of the store, doing whatever we need to do, cleaning up stuff, and then once the store closed, we would really start going into inventory. So like scanning stuff, scanning merchandise to make sure to like basically count how many things of that is in the store. You had to check it twice. So one person would do it, scan all the items like in a box, or scan all the items right there on the rack, and they would submit it and send it off. And then they would have somebody else double check it right after them. And if they got a different number, then I forgot what they called it, but like it basically had to be done by like a manager or somebody. Somebody had to redo it again. It happened often. Like the first time we did it, they said that we were the lowest rated like in the county. Like because people was not giving a fuck. Like they was really just scanning stuff twice and messing up booths. Like it was so many times that they had to do like recounts for all of the stuff in the store. Like they was really messing up. But they had a nice little talk with us and got us together. But I know I didn't mess up. I know I didn't. Like, I know how to count. 1, bloop, 2, bloop, 3, bloop. Like, it's not that hard, sis. But that's what we started doing, like, later on as the job started to, like, go by. It would be people that were scanning inventory and people who really didn't have anything else to do. So one time, the manager assigned me to fold tables. Folding tables is basically like folding the clothes on the table. You're doing a good job. You're doing a good job. I was so over it. And then, no shade, majority of stuff didn't need to be folded. So, low-key, I would unfold it and then fold it back up. And then I would go to another station and unfold that and fold it back up because there was nothing for me to do. Like, there was literally nothing. They had to make, like, and then it was so many of us, we would be so efficient in getting stuff done. We would literally be done and have to go back to them and say, okay, what do you want us to do? And they would have to find something for us to do because really, they knew it was nothing to do. It was probably maybe only like 3 times they let us go early because we didn't have anything to do. But let's get into the coin. The coin that went missing. So it was one day where I was supposed to get off at 5. But one of the managers kept giving me assignments to do. So basically it was overtime. So I'm like, okay. I mean, she was like, do you still want to work? I'm like, yeah, sure, that's fine. So she kept giving me assignments. I left 2 hours later. Okay. I was trying to go on a trip to Vegas. So I was already calculating how much money I was going to make by the time this job started and the time the job was over, from what I did, from how many hours I did to how much I was getting paid. Had it all written down, clocked, brain knowledge. Like, I knew how much I was supposed to have. So my second to last check comes, gets deposited into my account. It's short. So I sent Miss Manager a nice little email. Also called the store too, and one of the associates said somebody else had also called about discrepancies with their check, but the manager wasn't in. She emailed me back. She said, I'm sorry for the mix-up or something like that, whatever. She apologized and she said, you should see your reflected hours. No, you should see your hours reflected on your next check. If it's not reflected on there, then let me know. I said, okay, cool. I'm like, that's fine. You know what? Great. It's gonna be on the next check. That's fine. So by this time, the job is over. Like, we already did our inventory. We had our last day. We said our goodbyes. I don't think they kept anybody, or they probably did, because it was 2 people. It was like 3 people that were still interested in staying there. So I think they had like a talk with them, but other than that, nobody else stayed. Payday coming up. I'm ready for my check. I'm ready for my check. So my check comes. The hours that I was supposed to receive are still not up there. They're still not there. I'm sitting there confused. Where's my coin? Where's my money, sis? Where's my coin? I need my coin. Where is it?
Where's my money? You gonna give me my money? Where's my money, man? Where's the money?
Do you have it? Do you have it? Do you have it? Let's see. So I email the manager again. No response. I email another manager. No response. I'm like, oh, these bitches are trying it. Where's my coin? One of the managers responds maybe like a week and a half later. I think she was on vacation or something. I don't know. She responds like a week and a half later. She says, I'm sorry about, basically I'm sorry about, you know, what you're going through and da 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 da. It should be up there. I'm like, well, it's not up there, sis. So she said she's gonna talk to the other managers and they're gonna, you know, get back with me to make sure everything's good and everything. Sweetheart, they never got back to me. Long story short, period, point blank. Never reached back out. Called the store, no answer. Emailed the bitch, no answer. Coin, gone. I was short maybe a good 200. I was short a good 200. I don't know where that money went, but I feel like what happened is the because we had since we couldn't clock in, we had to like that day where the manager was late. We had to clock in at the time that we got there and then edit it to say something else, if that makes sense. And I feel like that edit is what messed up my check.
Where's my money? Where's my money? Don't make a fool out of me, man. Don't make a fool out of me. I want my money. I want my money, man.
Where's my coin? But baby, this was over like a year ago, so it's paid. I never got the coin. I never got my coin. I never got my check. But it was a temporary job. I went back to school the next like 3 weeks after. I was over it, paid it. I didn't go to Vegas. Long story short, I didn't go. But overall, working at Saks, it was boring. 1, boring. 2, nothing to do. 3, customers fucking up my shit. 4, didn't get paid for all of my hours. So I'm giving Saks out of 5th Avenue 2 stars out of 5. You wanna work there? Hope you get your coin, sis. I didn't get mine. No shade. But that concludes this story time. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to hear more story times about my life, I got a couple in the bag that will gag you. So I would recommend that you hit that subscribe button and stay tuned to my channel because there's more coming soon, baby. I ain't done yet. But on that note, smash the like button and don't forget to leave a comment down below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Wait, hold on, I ain't done yet.